I just want a special thank you for all the people that came to the game tonight, especially with this weather and the road conditions and what have you. And we even told our team tonight might not have our normal crowd because of the safety. We got to manufacture our own energy, but it just wasn't the case. To walk out that tunnel and see all the people that came to the game, just super appreciative of the students, the season ticket holders, all the people that came to the game tonight. So that's number one. I speak on behalf of everybody on our team, Kyler, me, and everybody. We appreciate the fans coming out on a night where it would be easy to decide not to come. Secondly, it's just a great win for us to finish the first half of the Big 12 against a team that, in my eyes, is an NCAA tournament team. A Hall of Fame coach. Oklahoma's just really difficult to play against and really difficult to coach against. And I thought our guys just stood the test. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs in the game. I thought for the most part we kept our composure and we kept kind of fighting. Had a good end of the first half tonight, which was critical to be in the game. And certainly we had a good ending of the game tonight where some guys like Kyler to my left, finished the game the right way. So wish Oklahoma all the luck until we see them again in Oklahoma City, and I have a lot of respect for that program and Coach Kruger. There's a lot of players around college basketball that can have good games. When you start getting in the next neighborhood of player, is when you can have consistency. And, I thought Holyfield's played, really good. I thought he's at Kansas. He played with a lot of courage. He got a lot of things done. And to duplicate that tonight and come back to back. Guy puts in a lot of time. I'll echo what Kyler said. Really works at his craft. And it's good to see him out there playing confident and all the different things he does on the floor for us. There's a lot of great players in the Big 12, and they all deserve the attention and pub that they get. But I certainly think Holyfield is proven that he's not only a Big 12 player, but one of the better guys in our league when he settles down and plays the way he can. Really proud of him.
I'll ask you the same thing as Kyler. I guess when Holyfield had that little, floater in the paint to make it the two-possession game, I guess what was the play call, or was there a play call? And I guess did he just make a play that obviously, like you said, sometimes players make plays for you?
Yeah, we're not calling a lot of plays out there. We try to get players instead of plays and teach guys to play with confidence and aggressiveness versus sitting there and calling things out every time. So that was no example. Somebody made a great setup pass. Now, Holy, that's a tough shot. That's like the 1-foot birdie when there's a 12-pack on the line, or it's a tough one. And so those are tough shots to hit, those wide open little 3 or 4 foot shots. And we work on them all the time. We call them finish shots in our program. You're not going to make all of them, but our fundamental is to try to not be short. And so when the ball left his hands, I liked the arch. And I said, man, this got a chance to go in, and it did. But that's a tough shot. Looks like an easy shot, but those are tough.
In terms of that second half, it was a battle back and forth when you guys seemed like you were getting some momentum. They made threes, Oklahoma making obviously one of the teams that takes a lot of threes. I guess what was that back and forth battle like for you just on the bench?
It's gut-wrenching, man. It's I've said this before. It's our fourth year playing Oklahoma, and it's just a grind-out game. Like you feel like you're in an NBA game, right? Because everything's ISO, and he puts his best players in positions to hit shots that they can hit. So tonight, we did the best we could, just guarding. Where it got away from us a little bit is we gave up too many skip passes. That was in our game plan. We just didn't get it done. But credit Oklahoma for really having a nice balance, I thought, between individual ISOs and also, team basketball. And they were hard to guard out there at times during tonight's game.
In his presser, Coach Kruger really emphasized how much better you guys were down the stretch than they were in the second half. Was there one area in particular that you were particularly impressed with your guys in the last 5-6 minutes?
Well, I think defensively, although we were far from perfect, we got more aggressive and more focused, and we had a sense of urgency. I told the guys all week, don't get yourself in a one-possession game with Oklahoma because Reeves or Manick or Doolittle, they're going to hit a pro one-on-one shot, and, we'll be feeling sorry for ourselves in the locker room. You got to understand how good those guys are at one-on-one basketball. And so I thought that we had an urgency. We were trying to guard in the last 8 minutes of the game like there was 1 minute left in the game. It'd be nice to have a team that did that all the time, but that's just not where we are now. It's where we got to get. Then on offense, I thought we had a nice balance of people finishing the game tonight. Ramsey got a couple big baskets and big moments. Morrow hit a big three when they went zone. Kyler got to the basket tonight and used his body and strength to will the ball in there a few times. And Mac made some good plays, and we've already talked about Holyfield. So really finisher by committee tonight, and I thought we did a great job. We shot a great percentage in the second half, and got to that 40-point mark that we're always striving to get to, 39-40, I think it was.
In a situation as a grad transfer where maybe guys can put a lot of pressure on themselves to be good right away and always be good, what does it say about TJ Holyfield's mental makeup that he can have maybe some of those down stretches, but now he's kind of finding his confidence, especially offensively?
Well, Holy's gone through some adversity this year. He was playing really well in the Bahamas on our foreign tour and got banged up a little bit. And you guys remember he might have been our best player in the early season in the non-conference games for a while. And he's battled some things. He's a no-excuse guy, but I think it's my job as his coach to defend him and tell the truth. And, the guy's going through a lot with his body. He can't practice all the time, but he does the best he can to prepare himself. And he's playing like a warrior. We got a lot of ball left. We'll see how this thing pans out, but he's earned everybody's respect in our locker room. Playing through adversity. And then with his game, he's also a guy that I don't know, like some of these guys. I don't know why you'd come to Texas Tech and play for us if you don't want to be coached hard. And from every once in a while we get into a guy that kind of feels that way. I mean, Holy knew the deal when he got here, and he accepts it every day. I mean, the guy takes hard coaching. He doesn't make excuses. He just works on his craft, and he's everything that's good about team basketball.
Talk about battling through things. Both Chris and Kevin playing some big minutes, even if they weren't 100%. Again, is that just the mental makeup of this team and what you come to Texas Tech to do?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Mac. I mean, he played great tonight. He's coming off a concussion protocol where he hasn't been able to practice or even really shoot. And then he gets through that with the doctors and all, and then gets cleared. And the day he gets cleared, we're having a light practice, right? We're not going to really go contact a couple days before the game, so he gets in there. But I thought from where I was sitting and standing, he did a great job. Mac's a guy that plays defense every possession, and so that's what we're really looking for here, number one. And then number two, again, I'm on the record, right? It's never been about basketball. It's been about him running his own race and being patient yet aggressive during all this adversity he's gone through. But big three tonight. He's been working so hard on that behind the scenes, and I thought Mac played great tonight.
And finally, for me, you talk about how long the Big 12 race is in the season. You can't overreact at any point. But is it nice when you're going halfway and that difference between being above 500 versus that one game below 500?
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. I'd rather be 5-4 than 4-5. There's no doubt about that. But just proud of the guys tonight. Kansas game was kind of a tough ending for us. We thought we'd had a chance in that game, didn't go our way, and then to bounce back here tonight where our backs are against the wall. You hate to use must win and all this in the Big 12, but to do the things that we want to do as a program and as an organization, we needed to win tonight. And we knew we were going to get Oklahoma's best shot, and we got that in a lot of ways. And so just happy for our team tonight. Now we take tomorrow off and get excited and get geared back up to play the second half of the Big 12. I think we were right here last year, 5-4 if I'm not mistaken, and we win 9 in a row and cut the nets down. That's the goal. There's a way to win every game, and we just got to put ourselves in a position each night and see if we can't get on a roll here and win a few games.
They did a lot of switching, and we wasn't reading it right. I don't think. They just played great defense.
Have you seen TJ kind of grow in confidence offensively now? 3 straight games with double digits for him.
Which one?
I keep forgetting every time. TJ Holyfield.
Oh yeah, the works he put in every day. I already know that he's already confident by the work he put in. So,
from your view, what did you guys do those last 5 or 6 minutes to really close down that game and finish it on a high note?
Coach talked about finishing all this week, so we try to do our best, finishing the game, getting to the foul line and knocking down free throws and finishing the shots.
Kyler, I guess from your perspective, I know TJ got the 21 points, but I guess what were you able to do to be able to find some open lanes and open shots and kind of really step up your game in that second half?
I just try to make the right play every time, coming off the ball screens or either just reading the defense. When they left me, I just try to, fill in the spots, just make open shots.
I guess in that play where TJ made that little floater in the paint that got you guys up to 5 points. First off, how big was that play for you all just to obviously get it to 2 possessions? But then I guess what was the play there, and what did he do that allowed him to kind of get open there?
That was a big momentum play, you know, and then I forgot who drove, but he cut to the middle, and then he ended up getting a good shot he know he can make.
I guess for you, I guess what does this win kind of say about you guys obviously being able to finish out a game and then kind of finish the first half of the Big 12?
I mean, this whole week we've been talking about this game, you know, as competitors, you know, we wanted to win this game, you know, and we got it done.